number 161 in the Radiance range, and new on 4K is Cutter's Way, a neo-noir that I really do quite like. It's one that packs a lot into its characters. It doesn't put a lot of focus on its narrative or its mystery, although it's there, and it's one that I really enjoy going back to, but it's just missing something. That little something that makes it an essential film, something that you have to have in your collection, something that you go back to often, and although it has those wonderful characters, there's just that little voice saying, we needed something.
And great art demands a great audience, you know what I mean?
Cutter's Way follows Richard Bone, played by Jeff Bridges, a drifting, morally detached beachside hustler who may have witnessed a murder in a rain-soaked night, but isn't particularly motivated to find out any information about it. And that's where we have his friend Alex Cutter, who comes into it, played by John Hurd. He's volatile, he's an alcoholic, he's a Vietnam veteran, he's missing an eye, an arm, and patience for the world around him. He hears what Bone has saw and takes it upon himself to investigate. He becomes obsessed with the idea that a wealthy and untouchable businessman is behind this brutal murder.
There's bars trashed all the time, cars are blown up all the time.
Girls get killed all the time. What kind of car did you say you saw?
Big car.
It is a film where I feel like we're following the wrong character. Cutter is an interesting character. He's so vibrant, and every time he's on screen, he just pops. He's antagonistically just winding everybody up and taking some great glee in that. But he's an incredibly smart man. He knows exactly what's going on. He knows he's in a self-destructive spiral, and he just doesn't care. He's going to watch the world burn and take great pleasure in that. Richard Bone, on the other hand, is a man who doesn't really know what he wants. He's kind of flitting through the world looking for experiences more than anything, doing whatever he has to get by. And this is the character that we follow. And it's an interesting aspect watching Jeff Bridges in this role, because Bone is a man who has some complexity to him, but it's the other characters in his life that are really enriching the story and bringing it to life.
In fact, Rich, let me give you one.
Don't tell me, let me guess. This is going to be the one about how you see life exactly the way it is, right? Everything's a total crock of shit.
It is a neo-noir, character-driven murder mystery of sorts. But like I said, we don't focus too much on the murder or how it went about. Pretty early on, everyone decides that it's this person here, and that's kind of it. We're not going to investigate anybody else. We're just going to try and get him to admit he's guilty, maybe get some money off him at the same time. So it takes the kind of mystery, it takes that procedural element out of the film, and what we have left is characters who are on a downward spiral, who are self-destructive, who are codependent within their misery of these characters just pulling each other down, refusing to let someone rise above this situation. And it really does focus on the American disillusionment after the war. Cutter is the embodiment of the country that's lost its sense after Vietnam. Angry, broken, lashing out.
I mean, you walk out on a girl, and what choice has she got? She just head straight for the oven, right? I mean, what's left her? Nice, Rich. Really nice.
You have Bone, who is truly just there, who's just moving through life, who has no purpose, who doesn't want to enrich the world round about him, just wants to keep moving. There's a little sense of morality with this character, but for me, out of these characters that we have, there is one that stands proudly as one of the most amazing performances I think I've ever seen in a film, and that is Lisa Eichhorn's Mo character. She is, for me, the most fascinating part of this film. She is Cutter's wife, and she is morose. She's full of melancholy. She is slowly coming to terms that she can't help Cutter. She can't help him. She also can't stay with him. and she's torn between her vows that she made for this man and the fact that he is going to drag her down with him, and there's nothing she can do about it. It's a layered performance. It is stunning, and there is a key moment where she gives up on this marriage during what would be a kind of shocking sequence, and she's just crying all the way through it, and it's just heartbreaking. Instantly, every time I watch this movie, I am always drawn to this character. I'm always marvelled by the performance, and it's something that is exceptional.
Dishonorable and gutless.
Oh, you know a lot about guts, do you?
Oh, you bet I do. Guts is hanging around in this pigsty month after month waiting for you to get the nerve to start living again. And what does it get me?
If only the story for Cutter's Way was a little bit stronger, this would be an absolute essential film. But apart from that, it is 3 incredible performances, 3 amazing characters that really enrich the film. They make it worth the watching. It has this incredibly haunting score that can somehow be playful and turn into something twisted and otherworldly just by the speed or the change or the instruments playing it. It becomes this haunting echo throughout the film that I love, and the 4K looks amazing. I was just absolutely terrific. I really like Cutter's Way. I just don't quite love it. Let's dive into the disc and have a look at the extras. Here we are on the disc for Cutter's Way. Let's go to the special features. First up, we have audio commentaries. First, we have a commentary with the novelist Matthew Spector from 2022. Next, we have a commentary with assistant director Larry Franco and unit production manager Barry Osborne from 2022. Then we have a third commentary with film historians Julie Kurgel and Nick Redman from 2016. Piety, Patriotism and Violence, The Legacy of Cutter and Bone. Novelist and screenwriters Megan Abbott, Jordan Harper and George Pelicanos explore how Newton Thorberg's novel and Ivan Passer's film continue to resonate with crime writers. Filmed exclusively for Radiance in November 2025. It runs for 42 minutes. It is a great extra kind of talking heads looking at how this is kind of definitive for these writers in particular, looking at neo-noir projects, looking at the film, looking at the kind of changes that were made and how it brought certain things to the light. And it's probably my favourite extra, I think, on this disc. Next we have Jeff Bridges. In this audio introduction, the dude remembers his time working on Cutter's Way, originally recorded for Imprint Films in 2022 and runs for 6 minutes. It's a great just little addition of him reminiscing about the film. Then we have Ivan Passer. In this interview, filmed before his death in 2020, director Ivan Passer provides an in-depth insight into his adaptation of Cutter's Way. Originally filmed in 2015, runs for 38 minutes. It's great to see the man himself really talk about this project, still with a passion, still with a great insight, looking back at this film. Then we have Lisa Eichhorn. Lisa Eichhorn, who plays Mo in Cutter's Way, recalls her experiences on the film. Originally filmed for Fun City Editions in 2022. Runs for 39 minutes and it's a glorious conversation. She's obviously got a lot of love for this character, this film, the role that she had and some of her experiences while making it. Next we have Paul Gurian. Producer Paul Gurian relays how he brought Newton Thorberg's novel Cutter and Bone to the screen. Originally filmed for Imprint Films in 2022 and runs for 26 minutes. Here we have Ira Deutschman. In this audio interview, former United Artists executive Ira Deutschman explores the decision to retitle the film from Cutter and Bone to Cutter's Way, and how the subsequent founding of a UA Classics changed how more niche films were distributed. Originally recorded for Fun City Editions in 2022, and this is a really interesting one because it gives you a different avenue, a different thought process of the studio behind the film, which I think is an interesting take. Cut to the bone, inside the score. In this featurette, music editor Kurt Sobel discusses working with composer Jack Nietzsche on the memorable score for Cutter's Way, originally filmed for Imprint Films in 2022, and it runs for 12 minutes. Bertrand Tavernier. Director Bertrand Tavernier provides an appreciation of Cutter's Way. arguing why it should be considered one of the greatest films of the 80s. This is from 2015 and for 26 minutes, and to be honest, he's so enthusiastic, he almost sways it. There's also a trailer and a gallery. Along with this package is an 80-page booklet that has 3 essays and a Q&A with Ivan Passer included, which are all great reads. This really is something that takes all the best extras from the last few releases, putting them together, adding something new and giving it a 4K release that really sparkles as well. And that's the extras for Cutter's Way. So there we have it. Cutter's Way on 4K is a really solid neo-noir. It's messy, it's angry, and it's deeply human. It rejects genre conventions and for something much more unsettling. A portrait of broken people in a broken system, searching for truth that might not even matter. How devastating is that? I'd love to know your thoughts on Cutter and Bone, so let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, or fall somewhere in the middle. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff in the description box, the links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.